Let me give y'all a quick update on the bullshit that happened this morning. So, the guy called me and said, the mom is home, so bring the kids over. So I'm like, okay, cool, I'm on my way. So, I got the kids ready. I got all their stuff ready. My cousin was already at my house, so she put the kids in her car. And she followed me just in case, the lady on some other type of stuff that I ain't on. So we driving there. I'm on the phone with my cousin. I'm telling her, like, yeah, just keep the kids in the car, until she come out and get the kids. I'm like, let me just go see if she okay first. So we gets there. I knock on the door. I'm knocking on the door. Her car out there, so I know she there. I'm like, all right, well, maybe she sleeps. So I called her phone. She answered the phone. I said, hey, I'm outside. Can you open the door? And she said, ugh, and hung up. So it took her like 2 minutes to come to the door. Girl, it don't take you 2 minutes to come to the door. You could have came to the door in 10 seconds. It don't take you that long to come to the door. So she comes to the door, open the door, and walks back to the house and say, what are you doing here? So I followed her in the house. I said, what am I doing here? I got your kids in the car. I'm here to drop the kids off. And then she was like, ugh. I said, all right, the kids are asleep, so can you just help me bring the kids in? She gonna say, I'll just grab the baby. I said, all right, well, you grab the baby, and then I'll grab the other two kids. She said, no, I'm just taking the baby. I said, no, you're not. You got 3 kids. How you figure you just going to take one child? You got 2 other kids, sweetie. You going to take all 3 of these kids. Like, I'm not their babysitter. I'm not no daycare. I'm only doing this out of kindness of my heart for my boss. Trust me, I ain't doing it for you. She going to say, like I said, I'm only taking 1 kid. You can take the other 2 kids back with you. I said, what you mean taking the other 2 kids back with me? Dumb, or your kids. Those not my kids. I'm not taking those kids back to my house. I need a break. I need to go to sleep. I need to relax. She gonna say, all right, well, she started getting dressed. She gonna say, all right, well, I'll just grab the baby. I said, no, you're not. If you're not going to take all 3 of them, you're not taking the baby. Why are you just taking the baby? Why are you just taking the baby? She was like, I don't got time for this. If you want to be loud and ghetto, you can get out of my house. I said, I'm not being loud and ghetto. I'm frustrated. Because you talking about you only taking 1 child. You got 3 kids. Take all 3 of your kids. She gonna say, well, I gotta go to the hospital to make sure Eric okay. Honey, you worried about Eric. Worry about your kids. Worry about your kids. Because if it wasn't for your husband, I would have called CYS or the cops. I really would have. Like, I'm this close. I'm only doing it out of kind of my heart for my boss because I know he loved those kids. He adored those kids. She said, well, I gotta go see Eric. See Eric for what? See Eric for what? Did you call your husband? Did you check on your husband? Did you see is he getting out? He's supposed to call me later. I gave the attorney the stuff that I needed to give to him. What you mean you gotta go check on Eric? Check on your kids. Like, you been real fucking trifling right now. Like, you been real trifling. Check on your kids. They in the back of my cousin's car. They sleep. Come get your kids. She gonna say, I don't got time for this. Get out my house. I said, get out your house? I said, bitch, I'll leave them kids right on the porch. Don't play with me. I'll leave them kids right on the doorstep. She gonna say, well, they gonna be sitting there until I get back. I got something to do. Y'all, like, if I wasn't pregnant, if I wasn't pregnant, I probably would have knocked her out. I really would. I probably would have knocked her out and just left. So I'm like, that's a damn shame. You worried about another man while you married and you're not even worried about your kids. Or are they sick? Do I need their medical cards? Do I need to take them to the doctors? Like, what do I need to do? Your baby keep crying. He keep crying. He won't stop crying. Like, what's wrong with your baby? She gonna say, that's what babies do. I said, no, that's not what all babies. They don't cry that much. She gonna say, well, take them to the hospital. Their cars in their medical cards in the kitchen drawer. I said, I'm not taking no fucking kids to the hospital. I'm not my kids. So I said, you really not gonna take these kids? You really not gonna take these kids? She talking about, no, I got something important to do. I said, you just so fucking trifling. You just trifling. Like, you just so fucking trifling. Karma's gonna get you. You don't deserve these kids. Karma's gonna get you. Karma's gonna get you. So I walked out of the house. I started crying, y'all. I did. I really did. I felt so bad for them kids. Like, I just started crying. Like, I just can't help it. Like, I just broke down and I just cried the whole ride home. I texted my cousin and I said, just follow me home. I'll tell you what happened when we get there. I just sat in the car. I cried the whole way there. I just felt bad for those kids. Them kids been asking for their mom. And I'm telling them, mommy's going to come today. Mommy's going to come today. I just keep telling them, they just keep asking for their mom. And she don't even want those fucking kids. Like, like, how could you not want your kids? Like that shit was so sad. I just cried all the way home. Like, I just felt so bad for them kids. I got the kids with me. Well, I'm at the store now. I'm about to go in Ross. And, my son need a jacket, but they back at the house with my cousin. I just needed to release some stress. I just needed to get away. I need some fresh air. The kids are okay. Their dad's supposed to call me today. I talked to the attorney, the lawyer, whatever he was. I gave him the phone, the information. I told him what happened when I was there. So I don't know how things going to go, but I'll keep y'all I'll keep you updated. But that's what happened this morning. Love y'all kids. Love y'all kids. I got a phone call from the dad. The dad was still in prison, jail, whatever it's called. I don't know. He was still in there, and he was letting me know that his parents was going to come down and they was going to come get the kids. I said, okay, that's cool, that's fine, no worries. He was asking about the kids, how the kids was doing, and I was just, telling them that the baby cry a lot, and the kids was running around. They being normal kids, but I'm okay. And we was talking, and I was asking him. I said, well, are you going to bail yourself out, or are you going to get out? And basically, what he said was, he never seen himself that mad before, like that kind of freaked him out, like that kind of scared him, because he almost took Eric out. And he felt like the best thing for him to do is stay in there until his parents come, because he felt like if he get out, he going to be back in there for something for life. Like, he's not going to be getting out. So he said he just scared right now. He never saw himself like that. He feel like he can't control his anger, like he's so hurt. So I'm like, okay, cool, that's fine. Wait till your parents come out and your parents will bail you out. And I'm like, well, is there anything, that I need to know about your parents, like, before they come? He was like, just don't mind his mom. His mom a little mouthy. So when he said that, I'm just rolling my eyes. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I know how older people are. And, he was telling me that his dad was old. His dad, he got health issues and he in a wheelchair. I said, okay, cool, that's fine. And we were just talking about the whole situation. Everything was going on. He was telling me, how much he appreciate me, taking his kids, looking out for him. And I'm like, that's cool, because, you look out for me, so I'm going to look out for you. And I was just telling him, I went to the job. I gave everybody their schedule. I let them know that that you're in the hospital, but you okay. I ain't want to tell him where he was at, but you in the hospital, you okay, and you'll be back, everything is fine, and to tell Rico to take control. Okay, that was cool. So we had a conversation. I hung up with him. I want to say a day later, I got a call from his mom, and I felt like she was just being a little nasty on the phone. Like, she don't know me, I don't know her. It's no reason for you to be nasty. So she was letting me know that she was going to come down in 2 days. Was it 2 or 3 days, to come get the kids? I'm like, okay, cool, that's fine. All right, y'all, I'll be right back with another part. Hold on. Okay, so it's time for the parents to come down and get the kid. So that morning, I got a call from his mom letting her know, what time she'll be down. I'm like, okay, that's cool, that's fine. I'll text you my address. Just if you can't find it, because I live a little farther out, then I'm just put it in your GPS. I was asking her, did she know how to use her GPS or Google Map? And she was like, yeah. So I'm like, okay, cool. So, I went about my day. I got a call from the mom. She said she'll be arriving in 5 minutes. I said, okay, that's fine. Just since the dad is in a wheelchair, just park around back, because my back don't got no steps. I'm going to move my truck, and you can just, pull up around back to my back door, and you just come in that way. And she was like, okay, that's fine. So she gets here. I hear, first of all, she was banging on my door like she was the police. Honey, I can hear. I'm not deaf. She was banging at my door like she was the police. So I'm like, who is that? I didn't think it was the mom, because why you banging at my door like you the police? So I'm either thinking it's the kid's crazy mom or the police. So I go to the door. Well, I check my camera first, and I'm like, who the hell is that? And I'm clicking like, oh, that must be his mom. So, because at that point, his dad wasn't out of the car, but just a mom. So, I go open the door. I let her in. I help her get the husband out of the truck, because it's like a wheelchair accessible truck. So, I help him out. I tell him, just, come through here. And when she gets in my house, she just looking around like she disgusted. Honey, I'm sorry, I'm not rich like y'all. I don't have a fancy big house. I'm sorry. This is my house. This is what you're going to get. So she was just looking around like she was disgusted. I don't know, honey. Ain't nothing going to crawl on you. Ain't nothing going to crawl on you here. Nothing going to bite you, honey. If anything, it looks like your husband bites, but I'm going to mind my business. But, come in, just have a seat. I was like, the kids are upstairs. They're woke. The baby sleep. Do you want me to bring them down? And she was like, well, before you bring them down, can I ask you a few questions? And I'm thinking in my head, like, what? Excuse me. I'm thinking in my head, like, what she got to ask me? What you got to ask me? I already had a little attitude with her because how she was talking to me on the phone, like the stuff she was just saying. Like I felt like she was just, I don't know. She just gave me a little a little attitude. I had to side eye her when she got here, but I didn't show her that I had an attitude. But she was like, "Can I ask you, a few questions before you get the kids?" I'm like, "Okay, cool, that's fine." I didn't know what she was going to ask me. She was like, "How long have you been working with my son?" And I was like, about 2 years or a little over 2 years." And she was like, I'm gonna ask you this, but don't take no offense to it. And I'm just like, I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, that's fine. I'm not gonna take offense to anything. It's okay. You can ask me whatever you want to ask me. So she was like, do you have any relations with my son? I said, relations? What do you mean relations? She was like, any, sexual relations. I'm like, no, not to be rude or disrespectful. Your son is handsome, but he's not my type. There was never no sexual communication or any type of sexual relationship with me or your son, and there never will be. There's no sexual intention there. He's not my type. There will never be nothing there. So I'm just letting her know, like, okay, no, nothing. There will never be nothing there. And she was like, "Are you sure?" I said, Sweetie, I'm 100% sure, okay? I have a man. Your husband is married. He's not my type. And there will never be nothing there. She was like, and I'm thinking to myself, like, I wanted to say, why are you asking me these questions? Why are you asking me the questions? I said, I'm doing this out the kind of my heart. I'm being nice. I took these kids in because the wife ran off. Who knows where the wife at? Did you talk to her? Did you ask her these type of questions? You here asking me type of questions. You need to be looking for the wife. You need to be looking for their mom. I'm not their mom. Whatever their mom and their dad got going on, that's between them. And she was like, okay, you can go get the kids now. Like, she did this to me. She said, okay, you can go get the kids now. I said, put your hand down. Put your hand down. Don't do this to me. I'm not no child and I'm not no dog. Like, right there, I was pissed off. I said, I'm not no child and I'm not no dog. So put your hand down. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. She's like, well, just go get the kids. I said, don't say that to me. Don't talk to me like that. Don't talk to me like that. If you want me to go get the kids, I'll go get the kids. But that's not how you say it. Right now, you pissing me off. I'm trying to be nice and I'm trying to be cool. I understand you're an elderly woman, but you in my house and you disrespecting me. You asking me questions that you shouldn't even be asking me. You need to be talking to your husband and y'all need to be looking for his wife. You asking me questions that don't even concern these kids, okay? So let me go get these kids and let you see them. She gonna say, oh, well, just to let you know, I'm not taking the kids with me. I said, what you mean you're not taking the kids with you? She said, her husband, he having some breathing issues. I guess he's on some type of machine. So she had to take him to the hospital, to get him checked out. And I'm like, okay, cool, that's fine, but I'll bring the kids down and you can see the kids. So I went upstairs. I stumped up the steps. I was mad, y'all, but she was older. I really wasn't trying to disrespect her, but you're not about to come in my house and disrespect me. So I went up the steps. I got the kids. The baby was asleep. I didn't bring the baby down. I didn't wake the baby up because, first of all, that baby cried. That baby cries too damn much, and I'm not waking that baby up. You want to go upstairs and see the baby? Fine. I'm not bringing them down, and I'm not waking up. So I'm at the top of the steps. The little girl ran down. She was like, Granny, Granny, Granny. The little boy was like, Gigi, Gigi, Gigi. They was hugging her and kissing her. She was saying she's so happy to see him. So I'm sitting at the top of the steps. I wasn't trying to go back down there because she already to piss me off. So I'm sitting at the top of the steps. And I heard the grandma say to the kids, she gonna say, did Miss J hit y'all? They said, no, Miss J didn't hit us. She's so nice. Miss J didn't hit us. Look, grandma, she got me bubbles. So I ain't say nothing. I let that slide. Then she gonna say, did you ever see Miss J and your daddy kiss? Girl, I was at the top of that step bawling. And they started laughing. The kids was like, ew, no, that's nasty, grandma. That's nasty. That's nasty. And she was like, did Miss J ever stay the night at your house? And I'm like, okay. I come down the steps. I said, okay, kids, say bye to grandma. Say bye to grandma. Tell grandma, tell Gigi, whatever. Go to give your grandpa a hug or a kiss or whatever. And tell Papa bye. So I told the kids to go back up to the room. I said, get out my house. Get out my house, because I'm sitting here and I'm doing your son a favor and I'm doing his trifling wife a favor, and you here asking these kids, did I hit them? Did I stay the night at their house, or did I do anything with their dad? I told you the first time it was no type of sexual relationship, and you just go and ask the kids. I just told you it wasn't no type of sexual relationship. You need to be trying to go find her mom. Them kids been here for me for how long? And you in my house questioning me, disrespecting me, you got to go. I'm sorry, but you got to go. Because now I'm mad. So you got to go. You got to get out of my house, and you got to go. She going to say, oh, no need to be hostile. I said, don't tell me what to be. Don't tell me what to be, because from the time you walked in that door, you look like you was, like you was disgusted, okay? I said, I'm sorry my house not big. I'm sorry I'm not in a mansion, but this is my house. And these kids are here, and they safe, and I feed them, and I take care of them. And I read them stories before they go to bed. And I feed them, okay? I do everything for their kids that their mom should be doing. You know where their mom at? Can you tell me where their mom at? She said, well, I haven't seen her. I said, well, I haven't seen her either. And these kids here, and they're safe. And you just sitting there lifting up their shirt looking for bruises. Honey, why? I ain't did nothing to them kids, but love them kids and treat them like them kids was mine. Okay? So if anybody abusing them, do you know that their mom keep them locked in a room? Did you know that? Oh, well, Hunter told me. That's my boss' last name. I'm not going to say his first name. She said, oh, well, Hunter told me that the kids was locked in the room. I said, yes. You go upstairs. They're not locked in a room. All the doors are open. They're free to come down. They want something. They know where the juice at. They hungry. They know to come tell me they hungry. They need a bath. I put them in the bath. They want to go outside. They want to go to the park. I take them. So for you to come up in my house and question me and question those kids about some stuff that's unnecessary, it's disrespectful, okay? So I appreciate you. Take you and roll your husband out of here. You and your husband, I said, sir. No, I don't know if their dad can talk. He didn't say anything while he was here. But I think he did, wave to the kids. But I don't think he can, have, full conversation. But I'm like, you and your husband, you got to go. You need me help rolling your husband out, I help you. But you got to go, because now I just feel very disrespected. You got to go. Y'all, she was just, I don't know if it was because of my skin color, or she felt like the situation happened because of me, honey. That situation ain't got nothing to do with me. That got to do between his nasty wife and him. So you need to, she need to take that up with her son, and she need to go find his wife. So they left, and that was the end of that. And she called me 10 minutes later, but I ain't answered the phone, because what we got to talk about? You already came in my house, and you already disrespected me. What we got to talk about? Nothing. So that was that part. So later that day, I get a call from my boss. The same day that his mom came to my house and was acting a fool, later that day, I got a call from my boss. Excuse me. And I was letting him know, I had to check your mom. She came in my house, and she was very disrespectful, and I didn't appreciate it. So, I escorted her out of my house, and he was apologizing for her, letting me know, his mom gonna be a bit much. I said, that's okay. You don't have to apologize for her. I checked her very well. She next time to come correct, hopefully. And he started laughing. I was letting him know that I didn't see the wife in a couple of days. I haven't heard from the wife, and I haven't seen her. And I went to the house. There was no more breast milk in the freezer, and baby was out of breast milk, and I didn't know what kind of milk to give him, because I didn't know if he was allergic to anything. So I had bought him the formula when my kids was baby. I had bought him that, but he wasn't drinking as much as he should. So he was telling me what kind of formula to buy. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we had a little conversation. He let me know he's going to take care of me when he get out, and he appreciate it or whatever, blah 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 blah. So after that, maybe about an hour later, I went to the store. I got the milk that he suggested. I came back home. Well, before I got home, I got a call from the mom. And the mom was like, she want to see her kids. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I'm like, see your kids? You want to come get your kids? And she's like, whatever, I'll be there later. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm laying in bed, y'all. It's probably a little bit before 10 o'clock at night, dark. It gets dark around here maybe about 5:30. It's 10 o'clock, almost 10 o'clock at night. I hear a loud banging at my door. I'm like, what is that? I'm thinking it's the police, because why everybody banging at my door like they're the police? When you bang at the door like that, I'm thinking you the police. So I'm thinking that's the police. So I check my cameras, and I can't really see because it was dark and the light wasn't, picking her up. So I go to the door. I'm like, who is it? And it was her mom. So I let her in. Y'all, when she came in, her hair was all over the place. It looked like a nappy synthetic wig. She had mascara running all down her eyes like she was crying. Y'all don't know what mascara is. It's that black eyeliner stuff, I guess. I don't know. And it was just running all down her eyes. She looked like she just came back from the dead. She looked like she drowned and came back from the dead. So she came here and she was all out. She was like, where my kids at? Where my kids at? Where my kids? I said, ho, calm down, calm down. They upstairs, they sleep. Calm down. You too loud. You doing too much. She was like, go get my kids. Go get my kids. I said, hold on. Right there. That's not how you talk to me. You come in my house, you gonna come correct. She's like, just go get my kids. I miss my kids. I want to see my kids. I said, you want to take your kids? She said, no, I want to just see my kids. I said, no, you're going to take your kids. I had these kids long enough. You've been MIA for how long? Yeah. You know, running up the hospital checking on Eric. You ain't check on these kids. So I can go upstairs. And I said, you know what? Like, something clicked in my head and said, don't get that lady them kids. She drunk or she high. She was on something. Or she was just so loud. She was falling over the place. Her words were stumbling. Like, she was on something. So something clicked in my head like, all right, don't argue with this lady. Clearly she wants something, and don't give her those kids. As bad I wanted to give her those kids, I really did. Because that's their mom and that's where they belong. But this lady was drunk. She was high. I don't know. She was on something. And I didn't feel comfortable giving her those kids, especially at nighttime. So I said, all right, I'm going to go get the kids. But I need for you to calm down. She said, don't fucking tell me to calm down. Don't effing tell me to calm down. Who you think you is? I said, I just need you to calm down, before you wake up my kids, okay? Just calm down. Won't you just have a seat? She was like, I don't want to have a seat. Just go get my kids. Just go get my kids. I said, I am going to get your kids, but I need you to calm down before I bring your kids down. You don't need to be all loud and aggressive and scaring them or scaring my kids. Just sit down. I said, do you want something to drink? She said, yeah, what you got to drink? You got some liquor? I said, liquor? I said, so that's what you on? You on liquor? Like, you drunk? I didn't know if you was drunk, high, or I didn't know what you was on. So that's what it is. Okay, now I smell it. Now that you said it, now that I smell it, I'm like, no, I don't have any type of adult drinks. I'm pregnant. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do any of that. Would you like some juice, some water, soda, anything? She was like, and then she goes in my refrigerator. I said, don't go in my refrigerator. Don't go in my refrigerator. Okay, well, what you want? She's like, well, just pour me some orange juice. I said, I can get you some orange juice, but don't just talk to me like that. So she came in here, she sat down, and I poured her some orange juice, and I tried to talk to her, but she was just being smart. She didn't want to talk to me. She was just so loud and ghetto. She was banging on my table. And I'm like, if you want me to get these kids, I need you to calm down. You need to be calmed down if you want me to get these kids. I just need you to calm down. I don't have a problem. I said, but I am going to let you know, I'm not going to let you take the kids. She was like, you can't keep my kids away from me. I'll call the cops. I said, go ahead, call the cops. Call the cops and watch them see how belligerent and drunk you are. See if they're going to give you them kids. If anybody, you're going to be locked up. If anything, you call the cops. So go ahead and call the cops. So I said, go ahead, call the cops. You want to use my phone? You got a phone? Call the cops. Go ahead. And she was just like, go get my kids. I said, okay, but before I get your kids, I'm letting you know that you're not taking these kids because you're drunk. You're not about to drive drunk with these kids. I bring them down and you can see them. But you're drunk. And I don't feel comfortable or safe. I don't want that on my conscience. If anything happened, these kids get in the car with you and something happened. If you want to, excuse me, if you want to, injure whatever, that's fine. But don't take the kids down with you. So she sat down. She was just talking trash. I went upstairs. I got the kids. I woke them up. The kids came down. They seen their mom. They was half asleep. And they seen their mom. They just lit up. They was just so happy to see their mom. Like, my heart was just filled with so much joy to see the smile on their face. They was like, mommy, I miss you. Oh, mommy, I miss you. Where have you been, mommy? And the mom was like, get over here and show mommy some love. Get over here and show. I'm like, oh my God. She was just so loud and ghetto. And the kids went over there. They hugged her. They was kissing her. They said they missed their dad. They want to go home. But the son was like, no, we can't go home. Miss J, which is me. Miss J called me Miss J. Miss J's going to take us to Chuck E. Cheese tomorrow. We have to wait till we go to Chuck E. Cheese tomorrow. We're going to stay for one more day, right, Miss J? I said, yeah, I'm going to take y'all to Chuck E. Cheese tomorrow. I promise y'all to Chuck E. Cheese. I'll take y'all to Chuck E. Cheese tomorrow. And the little girl was like, okay, mommy, we'll just come home tomorrow. Miss J going to take us to Chuck E. Cheese, and then we'll come home. So, the mom was there y'all should have just seen how she was kissing him. She was just like, she was making these loud sounds. She was like she was growling and stuff. And I'm just sitting there like, this is a damn shame. Like, this right here is a damn shame. Like, I just felt so bad. Although I don't like the mom, I did feel bad for her. I really did. I felt bad for the mom. And okay, so she got done with the kids. She told the kids to go upstairs. She pushed the little girl. I'm like, why would you push her? She's like, I didn't push her. She pushed the little girl. She pushed the little girl. The little girl stumbled a little bit. So the kids went back upstairs. And then the mom was like, this is all your fault. All you had to do was keep your fucking mouth shut. I said, my fault. All you had to do was keep your legs shut. Opening your legs got you in this, not me. Opening your legs. You're a married woman. You open your legs to another man. That's what got you here. She said, well, all you had to do was mind your business. I said, I was minding my business. I was doing Hunter a favor. I came over to check on y'all because you're dizzy behind. So turned the cameras off, locked the kids in the room up there with another man. And I went back. My boss asked me and I told him. I did. I really didn't want to tell him, but I told him. It was the truth, and the truth shall set you free. And I feel like that was going to be on my conscience if I didn't say anything. She going to say, oh, well, you're a little too close to my husband. I said too close to your husband. First of all, I go to work, I do my job, and that's it. It's nothing more and it's nothing less, and there will never be nothing between me and Hunter, okay? I can put that on my kids, okay? I can put that very much on my kids, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to get your drunk ass out of my house, and you come back when you're sober and you can see your kids. So she trying to argue with me, blah, 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 whatever. Her words just learn stuff coming out of her mouth that don't even got to do with the situation. So I'm like, okay, well, how is Eric? How's Eric doing? She said, oh, wait, you want to know you're the reason that he's in the hospital. I said, no, ma'am, I'm not the reason he's in the hospital. You're the reason that he's in the hospital. So I'm just sitting there listening to her talk about me, talk about my house. She thought about, oh, you trying to get a come up? I said, a come up off of what? She said, you trying to get a come up off of my husband? I said, I ain't trying to get nothing off of your husband. I go to work, I do my job, and I get paid just like everybody else. Okay? I ain't at home spreading my legs to men like you, honey. If anything, trying to get a come up, you're trying to get a come up, not me. So me and her arguing, going back and forth. I'm like, you know what? I'm done arguing with you. Just calm down. I'm not even gonna let you drive. Where your keys at? She was like, oh, you ain't get my keys there in the car. I said, well, I as much as I don't like you, I don't want you to, out driving like this. Like you can hurt yourself, and the kids need their mom. So me and her, we started having a conversation.